Okay, hello. This video is comparing the athletic capabilities, potential of, or just athleticism, simply put, between blacks and whites and men and women. Now, I'm not an endocrinologist, so this video is just sharing what I know, and if somebody knows something I don't, oh Lord Jesus, would I love it if you were to put me straight. I was going to do a bunch of my exercises here, upload a bunch of my exercises today, but I couldn't access my website. There's something up with my server, iPower server, which is a good server, probably the best server, but and then I tried to access my web page from my computer, but I couldn't see the videos, so I was like, all right, I'll just go to the gym. So I'm at the gym, and I remembered this thing, so I went to talk to Mr. Super trainer guy at the gym who knows everything. I go to him, I ask him anything, and he'll go off, blabbity, blabbity, he knows everything about everything. So I ask him this question, and I go, yeah, I heard that black men have, or I read actually, I Googled it, because someone told me, and then I Googled it, and I found out that studies show that black men have on average of 3 to 19% more testosterone than white men. And then I read somewhere else that men have an average of 10% more testosterone than women. And so if you put the math together, that means that black women have on average 2% more testosterone than white men. The math is pretty simple there. So now so I brought this up to this trainer, and he was totally a objective point of view. He's a yellow guy, and I tried to bring it up to the girl trainers, but they didn't want to talk about it. And I mean, when I was talking to the trainer, there was a girl trainer right there listening in, and she didn't say anything. And there was also this black guy there who was laughing the whole time. But anyways. Yeah, so anyways, I go, yeah, so men have more muscle strength per kilogram than women? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I go, is that because of the testosterone? Because I know more testosterone means that you have more strength per muscle mass. And he goes, yeah. And then I go, okay, well, that means that black women have more strength per muscle mass per kilogram than white men, because black women have, here, I'll explain the math here. It's pretty simple. 3 minus 10 is 93, 19 minus 10 is 9, 100 minus 93 is 7, 9 minus 0 is 9, 9 minus 7 is 2. So black women on average have 2% more testosterone than white men. So I go, so that means that black women have more strength per kilogram of muscle than men. And he goes, oh, no, men always have more strength. And so I go, well, what other factors are there? And he couldn't name any, but he said he knew. So I guess, I mean, I interpreted that by him just having decided that, and but not having a reason. So I guess my question, if anybody sees this and knows anything about endocrinology, is, are there other chemicals involved? I mean, I know women's are more, their muscles are more limber than guys' muscles. I see super limber girls stretching all the time, doing stuff I can't do. I mean, I'd have to stretch 12 hours a day to be able to do that stuff. And I know that they're doing that stretching, being that limber, with less hours of stretching, because, girls have just as much time in their day to do stretching as guys do. Girls just are more limber. So maybe women's muscles are just more limber, and men's muscles are just stronger, or densely packed. And maybe because they're more densely packed, then they're not as limber. And maybe it's because of the testosterone. Maybe estrogen makes you softer. I know women in their blood have more copper in their blood, which is a softer metal, and men have more iron in their blood, which is a harder metal, which may contribute to making the muscles harder and not as soft and limber. I mean, if you can twist copper with your fingers, and you could never do that with iron. So anyways, and you could tear copper apart with your fingers, and you could do that with iron. So maybe, and I mean, I do watch girls, big bodybuilder girls, downloaded from like DIY Muscle and stuff, and they're not that strong. I mean, sure, there's girls who can bench 500 pounds and this kind of stuff, but that's because that's what they specialize in. If you specialize in something, you're gonna get really good at it. So, I mean, I know black people are more ripped than white people in general. You see them like walking around, and they're like more muscular black dudes, and like and actors and rappers and all this stuff. Some people say, oh, well, that's because of the color of the skin makes you look more ripped. But I mean, I'm looking and I'm thinking, no, they actually are. And all the stars of track and field and basketball and stuff are black. And some people might go, oh, but those are inner city sports, and that's where they come from. But maybe it's because they're just stronger. Like I saw a 17-year-old black dude bench 225 pounds 30 times on YouTube, and that's just crazy. I couldn't never do that. So I think the most I've ever benched 185 is 12 times I did today. And 225, I haven't even tried to multiple. I think 2 is the most I've ever done. I don't know how many. I should try that tomorrow. But anyways, so does that mean that black women? So if you have like a 180-pound black woman, like go head to head lifting weights, or like get in a fight with a 180-pound 5'10" white guy and 180-pound 5'10" black girl, well, the white guy would have more muscle mass in the upper body, and she'd have more muscle mass in the lower body. But I guess what if they're kind of mutants a little bit, and there's a guy who's just like has less muscle mass than average on the upper body, and the woman has more muscle mass just from genetics on the upper body, so they have the same exact muscle mass in the upper body, and they're the same height and the same weight. And you would just take them, and they just happen to have that average, the woman would have 2% more testosterone than the man. If it's only based on testosterone, that would make her 2% stronger, just naturally. So is that true? Yeah, that's, I mean, I think I'm safe to say that because I'm a white guy. Maybe if I was black saying that, somebody might call me a racist, but I mean, I think that'd be hot. I like it. That turns me on when there's women hotter and stronger than guys. But anyways, I mean, I don't think like it's something to get. Even if it was true, and maybe it is, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and believe it. But even if it was true, I don't think it really says that much as far as the future goes, because we're gonna start having gene therapy and stuff. People might go, oh yeah, well then black people are going to be reigning all the sports then pretty soon. But I think in the future we're going to have gene therapy where everybody's going to have more testosterone in their bodies. And it's something everybody's going to do, probably everybody, whether you're an athlete or not, because everyone wants to be stronger. It doesn't show up in tests, which means that all the athletes are going to do it. If all the athletes are going to do it, all the normal people are going to do it. And it's going to get cheaper and cheaper, just like everything does. So pretty soon, everybody, I guess you could call it with transhumanism, everybody's going to be a whole lot stronger and more muscular than we are now. And I do believe that. I think people of the future are going to be just a lot stronger. I know, women's records in the marathon and all the swimming records and stuff are faster now than guys from 50 years ago. So maybe, I think I said this in another video just yesterday or something, but maybe in 20 years or something, 30, 40, 50 years, high school girls are going to be stronger in all the sports than the strongest guys of today. That'd be hot. Anyways, and maybe because of testosterone and gene therapy, maybe they're not even going to be all big and muscular. They're just going to be strong. I know that people who have interfaced, one person, I don't remember who it was, who interfaced with Pleiadian aliens, said that a Pleiadian alien woman was 10 times stronger than a man here on Earth, and that they live 700 years. And so anyways, that'd be cool to have comments, see what somebody thinks. I haven't even watched any YouTube videos about this. Whoopsie daisy. I guess I'll do it now, but I already made the video, so whatever. that's what I know as of now, doing absolutely zero research other than talking to one trainer and these simple numbers right here. So.